Hello, this is Mr. Jared. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the Prusa slicer to start setting up your files. Now, on your computer, which this is a student's computer, you are going to go down to the Start menu, which is the little Windows menu down here, and you can search right in here, and it's called Prusa. Okay, now there's going to be some other things that possibly pop up, like this one says Prusa G-code viewer. You want the Prusa slicer. Now, at the time that I'm making this video, what's installed on the student computer is 2.8. My personal computer is at 2.9, so it might be different. You just want to open up the Prusa slicer. Okay, the first time that loads here, it doesn't know what configuration. As you see, it says Loading Configuration Wizard. It doesn't know what configuration we have, and that means what type of printer do we have? What type of plastic do we have? So I have to set this up for you guys to be able to lay out your parts correctly. Okay, so the very first screen here is just going to be a welcome screen. You just hit next. Okay, it's going to ask you to log in, but you don't have to, so you can just hit next. It's going to have all of this stuff checked. Keep it checked. Okay, these are online sources that it's pulling things from. So we're going to hit the next button again. Next, it's going to ask us if we have either of these printers, and we don't. So you can just uncheck these. We don't want to hit none because then it just bypasses some other things. But I have noticed on some of the student setups, because this does take a little bit and it keeps thinking through, I have noticed that it does skip this page over here. So you might have to go back. And if you didn't skip this page, that's good. Okay, but we do want to set things up on this page. So on this page right here, this is asking us what type of printers we actually have. So we have this MK4 printer, but we don't have the S version. We have the MK4 with the input shaper. So we're going to uncheck that, and we're going to check this one. So it's the 0.4 mm nozzle. Okay. Now we can hit next. Probably take us back to this page, and then we can continue on by hitting next. It's going to ask us some type of vendors and stuff. Don't worry about that. Just hit next. Hit next. Hit next. Okay. Then this is somewhat of an important part on my end once you're on my computer. But for you, again, this doesn't even really matter as far as the plastics or anything like that. So you're just going to hit next. You're going to hit next again, and again. Okay. And then this part right here, you do have to check. So it's going to say Files Association. So anything that is a .3mf file, which for some reason that's what this slicer program saves files as. I don't really know what MF or 3. I don't know why it has that. But you can check that. I don't necessarily check this one because it says STL files, and you could use STL files for other things as well. So I just don't have that checked. We'll hit the next button. And then on the view mode, this is the setup mode. So the simple mode is so basic that there's not much going on here. I like you to change this to expert and then use inches and hit finish. So really, you're hitting next through a ton of this stuff. You're only changing a few things.